Hello, I'm live once again. My camera angle is a little off, but you know what? We take it. It'll do. Hello, chat. Hi. Hi, Hal. How's it going? You sent a hype react? I don't know what that is. Hello, hello. You're doing good? Okay, that's good. I am doing pretty good. My camera is not focusing because of how bright it is. There we go. But yes, I spent most of this morning driving, so I'm back home now, and I want to play the Stanley Parable, because when don't I want to play the Stanley Parable? Is this thing that apparently... I'm gonna let you finish what your thought is. Just gonna stall a little bit just in case Sam wants to drop by. I have put my phone somewhere, and let's see how people are feeling. Oh, that's cool. It might show up in mod view, and it's every 5 minutes. Okay. I've just realised that upon starting stream, I haven't got my panel open, so I can see what's happening. So let me just mute that really quickly while I find that. Let me know if I'm lagging at all. I probably will be. I have chat monitoring on the side, so hopefully everything will be okay. Expect something every 5 minutes. Alright. There might be a sound cue that plays for it. I don't know if I have that switched on, which might affect things. Hopefully I'm not lagging while I pull this up. Someone go poke Sammy and let her know that I'm playing Stanley. There we go. Give me that panel, please. Let me close that. There we go. Don't think it's live, only after. Gotcha. Okay, so it's to help optimize stuff. Cool. I think people have just been added. I'm so sorry. It happens, unfortunately, and I can't turn it off. But everything looks to be running fine, which is good. Yes, hello. I'm finally playing at a time where you can see me gaming. I guess only from the signal getting from there to here. Okay, okay. There's like a delay from when I move to when I see my camera move, so it feels like lag, but I guess it's not. Just keep me updated. I can see chat off to the side now, so fingers crossed it all works. Let's pull up Steam and get the game loaded, shall we? Jeez. Can't I get some soup? No, you cannot get some soup. Hey, Sammy. You're not allowed to get soup. No soup. Welcome in. It's been a while. Hope you're going well, Sam. Okay. My Steam seems to be loading, so I'm gonna pull up into the full screen game. I swear to God, if Steam tries to update right now, I'm gonna be so mad. Come on. This will probably lag out. As soon as I start Stanley, because it really doesn't like running. Okay, Stanley should be popping up soon. Come on, Steam, you can do it. Okay. Please, fingers crossed. Tell me if you can see it. I can see a box, so... Let's go! It's working! Nothing like me, my streamer, my other mod, and Poker Community Game Bot. Let's go! It is loading! And Office Man and narrating what? Oh, I was told to enter my favorite time. Can I change it to PM? There we go. This is my favorite time of day. Ah, 10:02 PM. Your favorite time of the day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you like setting the time correct. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 10:02 PM is. Let's use another slider to find out. It's very inaccurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let's whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Timekeeper. That's when you take your meds? Nice! That's what time I was born. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not lagging too much. How's it looking, guys? Am I lagging? Hopefully not. Field of view is fine. Camera sensitivity is fine. Full screen. Quality is low. Controls are fine. Oh! I can't see the notification. Give me just a sec. Fossa! You little shit. Hello! Looks all good? Good. Okay. And thank you for the tier 1. It really does mean a lot to me. You little shit. Up, down, up, down. It should all be running. Can you guys see my mouse or just where I hover? Looks like you can see the mouse. But yes, everyone say hi to Fossa! I said I would play the game again. You see the mouse? Okay, okay, good. I just don't want it to be too, like, I don't want you guys to struggle seeing what I'm doing. I'll let the intro run this time because last time you guys missed it, and if you guys really, really want me to, I will go and do the ending that everyone loves. But I had just unlocked.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I had just unlocked the new content.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427
Oh, we have a slideshow.
every day, every month.
I thought it was taking a while to load.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Bit quiet? Okay. It's very loud in my headset, honestly, so I was scared I'd said it too loud.
Was happy.
Welcome
And
to...
then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would
I knew it was
forever change
lagging,
Stanley.
but... Oh
Something
god,
he
this
would
is worse
never
than
quite
last
forget.
time.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Next time we will skip
call
this.
a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
I'm just
But as he
standing
came to
still
his
because I
wits and
can't
regained
see
his
what
senses,
happened.
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I will as soon as we stop getting this incredible PowerPoint. There we go! Yeah, this is why I skip the intro cutscene normally. It's a bit laggy. We have control? We have control? We have control! It's actually not too bad. I think this is better than last time. My laptop feels so warm already. But yeah, it should all be running fine now. Just checking here. If you guys are saying that audio's fine, then I will trust you on that. But now we get to play. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do you guys want to go straight into the new content? I think we need to go straight to the new content before my laptop roasts alive. I need to get a decent gaming PC, I'm realizing, but those are expensive.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Yeah, we did a few different endings last time. We did the main ending, countdown, the broom closet. I think we did confusion, jump to his death.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
This is
The
cool.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Countdown
Please
is so
step
good.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What's over there? Yeah, Countdown is the one where we called out Fossa for calling him Daddy over text. It was very funny.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
You
but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I mean, last time we got in an elevator several times, and it was very funny.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Angry narrator, yeah. Y'all are simps.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
You can jump. There's a Scraggy.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Poker Shop, Pokeball is the one for new.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Y'all will have to buy new Pokeballs if you don't have them. But the little bot is always good fun. That's the one I normally do. Feel free to copy that, but you'll probably miss the Pokemon. I think I have Scraggy, so I'm not worried. You're broke! No!
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Same.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah, we've got a
What do you
bunch
say,
of endings
Fred?
that I haven't done yet. Twitter! To Twitter! Reset, reset. And then it loads for a really long time. Like I said, sometimes the face cam will lag out. I'm sorry. Well, this is new. Isn't that? Ah, it's scratch. I hate Mondays. Same, honestly. But my what the- Yay!
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Have you heard of Among Us, Stanley? What if I just ignore him? Stanley's gonna vent, or I can just, you know, ignore him and go this way.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I've never heard that one. It's broken.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, it's all content now. Well, you know.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I wanted to
Feeling
know
a
if it
wave
would
of
happen.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around
Life is
and
good.
got back on track.
Life is good. We're back in the broom closet. I think we did the broom closet ending twice last time because the game
There was
crashed.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Slay. This is our broom closet now.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in
You
the
were
broom
crying.
closet.
Look,
He wasn't even doing
okay.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with,
It's
he'd
fun.
be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Clickety clickety clack. Look, there's a broom. There's a
Are you-
mop.
Are you really still in the broom
There's some
closet?
weird piping.
Standing around doing
Wrench.
nothing? Why?
Adjustable
Please offer me
spanners.
some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like messing with the door.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for
It must
exploring
mean
it to find
fondue
out.
apple.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this
No, it's
closet
not that,
is of
just disappointing.
absolutely
He
no significance
is-
to the story whatsoever.
It's giving
I never would
Kenneth.
have thought to mention it.
Kenneth is his older brother.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Scarlett's gonna go in the closet now. Yes. Annoyed that
Stanley
the
was fat
500th
and
time.
ugly and really, really stupid.
How dare you?
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Bitch.
That or with drug money.
Fair.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Annoyed that it's the 500th time Stanley's gone into the closet. One of these days, yes.
Well, I've come to a very definite
Of course,
conclusion
there's the
about what's going on
NCCV
right
household
now.
closet TM,
You're
yes.
dead.
Yeah, I
We got
know.
to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about
Anything
to
to
leave
annoy
because
Kenneth.
there's nothing
Yes.
here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby
I'm
so as
wearing
to ensure
headphones,
that your
bro.
body is taken care
I'm
of
home
before
alone.
it begins to decompose.
No one is coming to save me.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability
No one
of
in the
your
NCCV
species.
household is in
Please
that
remove
closet.
their corpse
Well, I
from the
mean,
area
various
and
people
instruct
have
another
been
human
in
to
it,
take their
but
place, making sure they
Happy
understand
Pride.
basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game
Spike says
is
waving
not
all
lost
year
on
in that
them.
household. Yes, it
All
does.
right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on
Hello.
board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of
Because
invalids.
it's strict.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
We can give it to Illinois. I didn't get to show this off that much last stream. Look at him. Yes, I know it says Indiana Jones. We're ignoring that. This is Illinois. His head bubbles. Right, I'm gonna put him back there because he's actually helping make sure things stay focused correctly. And you're thinking of Lux in a cute pride flag cape? That would be adorable. Little string dino with cape.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I missed. Look, we all know it's definitely Stanley going up the stairs and not me, because I would 100% miss the step.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
Yeah, how is
an
the soup,
extra
Stan?
secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply
Is the
pushing
soup
random
good?
buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Good.
input the correct code by sheer luck.
Good
Amazing.
soup.
He stepped into the newly
Lentil
opened
soup?
passageway.
Ooh. Creepy elevator. Yeah, we crashed in the elevator last stream. It was very funny. With crackers. Ah, I need to get lunch at some point. It is like 1 p.m. here. 1:20, and I haven't had lunch. I had breakfast. Pretty
Descending
late.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I mean, last time we didn't go to the escape. Do you guys want to do escape? Or do you want to do the ending? Because I know you two missed it last time. Uh-oh. Do you want to escape? Been a while since you saw that one. True, I've not gone this way. Let's go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Slay.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No thanks, I'm good.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Hell yeah. Yeet. Yeah, because I didn't do this ending last time. I think we meant to and then got distracted, because this game is very good at that. Whee! R.I.P.
As the
that
machine
Stanley.
whirred into
Hey!
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Whee! Guys, there are boxes, and I can click things again! Let's go. We walking.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I'm not gonna read all of these, but I do like this. This is so cool. Office, computers. Kevin! Shout out to Kevin. He's great. The Office. Selection of the sounds used throughout the game where buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synchronized tone. That's cool. Maintenance room. An early version of it. Oh, okay. The printer! It's a bidoof. Good job. You made it to the bottom of my Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version. Game Awards, these screenshots of the video you made for the announcements and the game's delay. What the? Rage roar against the narrative. We realised shortly after it was too far joking and on the nose for the tone of the game. As some people interpreted it making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That's cool. I would love to have played this. Just become a shooter. A lounge. It needs more blue. Office items. Narrator emails. After the second hit trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions, but we had initially planned on these further promotional materials. We never found the perfect use of them. Here are a selection of those emails. Are you a rock? Could you tell me what the significance of the number 11128000? Oh, the thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other room? Oh, cool. I forget that a lot of this happened, because 2013 was so long ago. Stanley's office! Let's go. This is really cool.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
You got the Bidoof.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I have been squished. I swear if this crashes, that would be really awkward. Fine, we can go and do the new content. Now that we can say we've done escape.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Have you heard of Among Us, Stanley? Oh, we really are venting. Okay, cool. Whee. Let's vent. I need an up. Oh, hang on, hang on. Biddy-doo, biddy-doo. Give me one sec, guys. All good. Sorry about that. We're all good. Let's jump back into the game. I just had to sort something really quickly because Sal just got home. So.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Yo! We're playing Skyrim now?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This is so pretty. What? I'm glad I didn't watch too much of the... Don't forget.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
I was 9. 10 at most. Yeah, that was around my 10th birthday, so like... I was a bit busy playing Pokemon X, my dude. That's cute. 2013. Bye on Steve. No. Track down memory. Smile because it happened. Unus annus. Demonstration. Go outside. Didn't play for 5 years. Achievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. New video game releasing today. Stanley Parable deals tough tricks. There's a bench. I can't sit on the bench. 0 out of 10. You were like 11 to 12.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game
so
ever created.
That's
how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now
The important ones.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
Big
A
sad.
lifeless husk with
Big
an
sad.
hour of new elevator content.
Big sad. Yeah, 2013 was a weird year because this came out and then like 2 months later Frozen came out, so we were all a bit busy. You're playing Stanley Parable. Memory zone maintenance? Nice. Person of the year! It's Stanley. How did this game come out 10 years ago?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
There was even the song that Nate Wants to Battle released, where it was literally just Stanley Parable.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
No.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny. Oh, this is sad. Is the narrator forklift certified? Is that what we are discovering today? He's forklift certified? That's good. Good to know. We're in safe hands. Yeah, there's 2 forklifts. He must be... And he drives a minivan? Bruh. I still have jumps I didn't use. I was living the best life. He really is. Look, see, that one's a positive review.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You
No.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not
Goodness.
preachy.
This is actually quite
Listen,
shocking for me.
This is a happy one.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I love it. No, it was a great game. Bro, no. We need to hug the narrator. Oh no.
What's this one got to say?
Nine,
you constantly have to
10
stop
hours
doing
on
anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Oh,
yes,
shit.
a skip button.
No, don't skip him! No, oh no.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have
ever
been
ask
with it.
to skip
No
you.
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
I don't
Here,
want to.
We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it
No,
goes
kiss.
something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time,
he is repeating.
at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
You started repeating yourself.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made,
He's so
in fact,
sly.
make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite. You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a
Certified
treatise
rambling
vibe
boy,
to
he
it.
is.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
It
has a
does.
mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise, manifesto.
Do we skip now, chat?
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
I don't want to
Manifesto.
skip either, but like
Treatise.
he's literally just
Manifesto.
repeating.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Wait, it
Treatise,
cut and then started
manifesto.
again.
Treatise,
Maybe there is
manifesto.
something else.
Treatise, manifesto.
I'm Team Manifesto.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review,
Day
or at least
shift
change
after?
some of the wording,
What?
perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
I have never left a
Perhaps
Steam
that would
review.
have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix
Where
of
did the
purity.
subtitles go? Wait, did he just stop? Did it break? Did I break it?
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say
Where'd
maybe
my dog go?
30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
There was!
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to
I mean, there's a
please
fan
step away
system.
from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind.
I'm trying.
I can work with any kind of door, as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Please
you just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
You better be right back. So now we wait, I guess? He's gotta find a door somewhere. Right? But there were a set of 2 open doors. He could probably take one of those. Gotta be a door somewhere, right? Yeah. We just have to be patient, that's all. He'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. We just have to be patient. Just have to wait. He'll find a door. The door can't have gone far. It was only gone for, what, half an hour? We just wait. But if I skip forward, then I'll just skip to when he finds a door. Like, that makes sense. We just skip to when he has a door. Like, logically that makes sense. If the skip button zones in when he stops rambling, then when he gets a door, it will be like he stopped rambling.
Stanley!
I'm back.
Stanley,
See?
please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Remove
I can't
the
control
button.
anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know
Oh, a
that
couple of
sooner
the
or
lights
later,
have gone out.
no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
Big mood.
I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury. To alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I
Aww.
have the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And
He needs
surely
a
you'll
hug.
put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship.
I would
surely
never.
you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well.
No, you
You'll
do
be
not.
leaving. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative
it
feedback.
looped.
Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh, all the lights
Back.
have gone out.
Oh, my
Hello.
goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. What, 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening.
We're just giving
I
him
needed there to
therapy.
be a
That's it.
vessel
It's
through
fine.
which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone
We're
else
making
is
him
taking
need
it in.
therapy.
These
Well, he
words
probably
that I'm
needed it
saying, I need
before
to know
now.
you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real.
Aw.
Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
I'm
Was I
relating
scared of
too
that all
close to
along?
this.
Perhaps.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley.
Okay.
I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me.
You'll be
When
fine.
you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in
Aw.
those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended
is
in its
so-
unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can
Aw.
tell that I am becoming less and less
No,
real.
I'm still
Yet
here.
to speak to you now, I am alive.
You
I
are.
am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again.
It's
and I
all
have
in
cast a
Sean
shadow
out. It
onto the world.
is.
You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What
I'm
a
not
terrible
gonna.
dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
It's feeling too much like church. I need audio. I need the audio, otherwise I panic. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hello.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track
Oh, we
after
don't
a
need
year.
this.
Have you ever sat down in one place
Oh,
and not
no, there's
moved for
I will wait for the ad. Come on, team. Tell me when the ad ends. I can't turn off the ads anymore, and I have no control over them. Twitch has been changing up how... Yeah, I heard there's like 5 in a row now. I wish I could do something to stop it, and I literally can't. I can try and mess about with settings, but I don't know how to fix it. It stops the pre-roll. Oh, it's supposed to stop pre-roll ads, but you know. It won't let me, so. We're back? Okay, he's been thinking about us.
One entire year. Let me describe it for you.
Oh, it's been a year.
There is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you.
Oh.
Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do. That perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
Trust me, it consumed me years ago.
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now. And I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Bye! Oh. The sound design is incredible. The noise has been experiencing the horrors every day. So the fact that we can break the fourth wall. Oh. Oh, the fire alarm's out of battery. That's probably good. Like, that battery has lasted a while.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency,
Crazy
it's the lack of
ranting.
accountability.
Yeah.
It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires.
This feels like a very
every single
SL
thing
rant.
demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we
So
are as
criticising
people.
some.
Because otherwise,
I was gonna
without our
say
entertainment, we're
criticising
nothing.
the wizard.
Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding
supposed to
emptiness
be,
gazing back
Oh,
with
yeah.
unyielding
Yeah.
aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our
Oh my
flights
God,
of
we're
fancy
gonna
be
get it
so
over itself.
impossibly
No!
captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes.
Probably
Yes,
see
of
us, I'll
course.
do that.
They've
Yeah.
been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read
Yeah, it's
these
just a
reviews now,
piece
you
of
can see
everything,
it. You
yeah.
can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my
And such an
constitution
equal-
and
there's no thoughts,
willpower
head
are
empty,
so
but I felt God,
ironclad in
Fred.
comparison.
Peaceful.
Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused them endlessly from start to finish.
Bullying.
But they didn't understand the game
And there's
was
the
never
loop.
meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak.
Aw, man's going in circles. Oh.
The end is never the end, 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 is
I
never
think
the
he
end,
snapped.
is never the end, is never the end, is
I
never
think
the
he
end,
snapped.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Like the implication of how the clock took at least a decade to fall. Oh, it did! I missed the clock falling. Well, that's not good. Hell for the timekeepers. Oh shit! The sun. No, not the stepladder. I was a bit hungry and took a bite. It did say it didn't look good. I did say that. When something starts leaking, I get concerned. And that, probably for a good reason. Huh! Well, that's more hopeful, I guess. I could totally parkour my way out of here. Stand up on the thing, grab the pipe, and I'm out. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess it's gone. Well, that was ominous. I don't even want to know what's happening. Skip that. Ah, that's better. It's in general white. That is tilt. Oh! Oh, the button's in the floor. The button broke! Let me climb the building. Hole. I guess we walk, huh? Well, we do appear to still be on Earth. Oh. Well, that was harrowing. I was enjoying him just saying things like unfunny, but no, we get that. We're back, the clock is back, the ticking is back. I traveled to the monster timeline by accident. Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. That sign is really cool.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
I did.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Wait a minute. Ticking like a clock, like time, so you could say ruler of everything. Oh, that's speaking Pukumuku? I can never pronounce that one. Do I have that? Yeah, I've got that one. New content? Oh, we're back in the elevator.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
2? Yo! The end is never the end
you
again.
See, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The taste of the sequel. I would love to, but I'm not gonna lick my screen, so.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2,
Hey,
now
you got that.
that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh no. Not a bunch of. Hey, I have bookcases similar to these. I'm guessing it was these doors opening. Can you sell these text pokies? What? Huh? Am I just failing to read? I might be. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Can you sell the Pokemon? You can. I would suggest trading them away first if you have doubles. Because that way you just get like someone else's one to fill up the decks. But you can sell the Pokemon. They don't go for that much. But you can sell them. If you click on them, you can sell them.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I might be a bit rich in this game. I have played a lot of the poker thing. Me too. 9 scum. Design, pitch, break, pitch design. Number 2 chats. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. Who took the red marker? Me. As if we got to the Stanley Parable 2. It's the sequel to the Stanley Parable 2. It's a prequel to... No. Do. If I went to an event and it was this well signposted, I'd be so happy. New features? No. Has a bus? All of the Pokédex. Yeah. Yo! This is good.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game? What?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I've got this.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim.
Guess my name is
watching
Jim
your
now.
dreams
I guess it
crumble.
is.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really,
And that
truly
helps
Jim
the
right
identity
now?
crisis a bit.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Demons, Jim. Demons.
Jim.
Yes, you see, what
I
a
get it.
thrill,
I
what a
get
rush.
it.
That was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hit It's even
If
harder
it
the
actually
second
said
time.
my name,
If
I
this were
would
the
have
only
cried.
new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Agreed.
Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
How dare you call
I'm
me
putting
cowboy?
the gym button away.
Jim.
Otherwise, soon
Jim.
you'll start to lose
Jim.
all sense
Jim.
of who you
Jim.
actually
Jim.
are.
Jim.
He took the gym button away. Am I not allowed to be Jim anymore? I was enjoying being Jim. Also, it continues to call me cowboy. Too big, too small. Just right. Gym rights have been taken. Thanks, Jim. I am currently in the center.
I suppose I could allow
the
only people
sun.
named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
But then you'd lose profits.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Ooh. The infinite hole? What do I have to do? Settings world champion, that's... Let's try every setting, isn't it? I'm rid of the solid 72. Okay. Oh. No, mine's at 80. I will get every setting. Where is 8? There it is. Mess with everything? Okay. Go wild, crazy? Okay. This is probably gonna take way longer than it. Okay, that's all of the general ones.
This is the story of a man. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
He's singing! I didn't know he did that. The same vibe. Even the hidden ones? There are hidden ones? There it is, settings world champ. I got it. Wait, but I thank you.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
Let's go.
You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Is there a new setting? Is it there? I legit didn't. Oh! This is your room. It was made just for you. I'm blind. Does bumpscosity do anything? I guess we have no level of bumpscosity. Oh, a door. Please no screenshots?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
The infinite hole, this is what I'm excited for. Take me there. Let me see the hole. The pit. So exciting. Oh, there's a fanpage in chat. It's here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's
This
right.
is a loop.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for
Ad for the hole? No! The hole is locked behind an ad. But the hole. I need to go into the hole. Ooh, the audio sounds cool. You fell into the ad hole. Oh no. Crying. I won't go down the hole. I will wait. Do pre-roll ads. See, here's the thing. I have pre-roll ads turned off. Like, I have it set so that I'm supposed to choose when the ads run. And it doesn't do anything. 5? Oh no. But yeah, I've tried messing with the ad settings and it does nothing. There's no way I can prevent it anymore. Ah!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No thanks, I'm good.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend
Infinite
you use
hole.
the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
You lied to
Is
me?
it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole.
Yes.
It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look,
Correct.
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Me.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't
No.
you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said
Make
some
it
things we
show
didn't
with the
mean.
control stick.
Why don't
Yeah.
we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly
If that
infinite.
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Approach for calling him out. Yeah.
Great.
Calling
Now, I'm
KSJJ
very
because
excited
now
to
he's
show you
projecting.
even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Look,
A
it's not
normal
my
person
fault
would
that
have
for
said, "Yep,
3
that's an
years in a
infinite
row
hole.
I had
It
to
goes
do
on
an
forever
essay
till
on the
end of
book
time.
Holes.
Don't need to
Like,
see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh.
that was fast.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button.
Is this where you
and come
don't
join me
teleport and you
up
get like the
above.
different camera angles? I vaguely remember that being a thing. Ah, okay. I will sit here then. Your favorite ending? Okay. Press J for Jim. No? Okay. Literally nothing is happening. Do we just have to wait longer?
had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I haven't.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
I think if it only happened
this
if you wait the
starts
first time,
becoming
it might.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's how is this still appealing to you?
I didn't mean to step
I know
in.
you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Yeah, it might be.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a
Crap!
moment ago. Try
Yeah,
it again.
wondering if it only happens if you wait the first time. Probably.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Did he just leave? He
Take
gone.
care, Stanley. I
Bye.
hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Last time you went insane from not being able to talk to me. I feel like you'll be back. Oh wait, no, now it's when the hole starts growing, isn't it? That explains it. Like I said, I've watched bits and pieces, but I've not seen all of it. Yeah, I'm still trying. And we're off to the Nugget Cave. Goodbye, cruel world. I'll remember you in therapy. The adventure elevator. Oh yeah. The music is a vibe. Wait. I have a face. Look at him. Mr. Stanley himself. I like this one. There's a reality filter. That was loud. Let's... Oh, before it got to the good. I'm sorry.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
They have it on YouTube, I think. This is... so cool. I'm just gonna leave that on. it red. There's so many musics. There are. We going down, boys. This is the best one. There are puppies. Never mind, there's space. Ocean. Purple. The beach. Me and the boys on our way to resurrect Pharaoh. Hate that. I want the puppies. They're eating now? Wait, what? Now I'm upside down. That is so cursed. That is so cursed. Slay.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Oh.
Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting
Aw.
away into dreamland.
I was
But we
having
can't have that,
fun.
Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Sure, going
You
into his
don't want to
tunnels.
miss
If
a
it's
single
not
moment.
like that,
So
then I don't
how
want
about
it.
if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused
But
on the
I
hole?
was having fun.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in
How
this
the
hole.
hell do I get
And
out
I'm
of this?
looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
I want out. I want out. I had jumps left. Oh no. Here we go again. Oh. Okay, at least we're back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I haven't looked at collectibles yet, and I need to go check the achievement. Let's go do the achievement first. Pull the lever, retrieve your achievement. More steps.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Good. It'll happen. Someday. Someday I will get the achievement. I don't like having games that I don't have 100% achievements on. I need to be better than everyone
What
else.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't
No!
want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Fair. I got it.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
He is unamused. He is. The jump circle still exists? Oh!
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Good to know. I've still got 25 jumps game. See? Don't spend them all. I'm not gonna spend them all.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit.
I
You
missed
see,
a
there's
bucket?
surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
You think we can inflate the seat elements? I mean, you probably can, but don't mods have... Do mods have unlimited access? I mean, I have
Stanley
infinite
Parable
balls,
was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
so I can do that.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
There's a bucket.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
A bucket!
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you
True.
imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I'm
Can
still
you
in a
feel
bucket.
it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I have
And
the
in
bucket.
fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you
Bucket.
the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Slay.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
They do.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable
Can
2.
you feel it? It's beautiful. I'm stealing your bucket, mate. It's mine now. Let's
Does
go!
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
You remember quoting it for, a few weeks afterwards? Yeah. I mean, we all still quote unfunny, but like, some of the lines are, now I can be a little evil. It's a treat. Yeah. You're a bucket hater? So am I. So am I. Now, if this bucket had stickers on it, then I would be a fan, but as it is...
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Something not to tell you until you
Are you
cross it
ready?
later then.
Here it is.
Okay.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, it's backwards.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
This looks like something I would put together.
Yes,
For...
yes.
Oh!
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here
That
we
was
go.
suddenly loud in my
Version
ears.
2.
Bobby Jason?
Who
Thank you for the follow.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Thank you. It
video
really has
game at
meant a
all.
lot.
It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity
You're
of
a
the original
narrator
game.
simp.
Could it possibly work? I suppose
Fair.
it could, but it would need a
Fair.
really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with
Does it
bold
call it
and
Gladiator Arena
uncompromising
vibes?
conviction,
I mean, it does.
this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Everyone simps for the narrator eventually. Yo! This is so cool. Countdown. Do I have to go back to Countdown? I will. I love the Countdown ending. But like, really?
This is the story of...
We're gonna skip the intro just because it lags like crazy. As long as I don't miss anything doing that, we're good. The balloons! Aww. Cool thing
All of
about the
his co-workers
control
were
room.
gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Happy
to the
12th
meeting room.
birthday,
Perhaps he had simply
Stepnies.
missed a memo.
To go over the edge. Are you on about good job? You made it to the bottom of the...
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Y'all are so screwed. I have a bucket now. This song is great. I'm so mad the song isn't on
Stanley clutched
Spotify.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Hell yeah, I did. Epic gamer.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now
Aw.
more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
He's not close it over.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Buckety wuckety.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I'm not
I
handing
know
over
how
the
hard
bucket.
it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but
Maybe
you have to be
because
strong.
I
This is your
cannot.
bucket. This
put
is
the
your
bucket down.
companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into
No,
name
broom
calling now.
closet. Chad, you can't
This is how
say
low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket. Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Fair.
Even this is worse than I had imagined.
True.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
That
That your
bitch.
relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I
Sacrifice
never.
the bucket.
Go on, Stanley.
It's like
Lay
for the
into
character
it.
development.
Really
that
tell
sounds
the
like
broom
Kit
closet
Kat.
off for its demeaning
True.
comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
This is the only way I can interact with the world. They've taken away my jumps.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more
I love
debate,
that.
no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about
Fight
the
to the
nature of
death
cleaning
over the
supplies
bucket.
and
Hell
their
yeah.
relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
It's my bucket.
All All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Hell yeah, it's a bucket. Do I need to stay longer? I love this. I didn't know this.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Yeah, you tell him, narrator. Goodbye, broom closet. Goodbye. This is my bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I love the way the bucket, like, bounced.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Is it the viscosity? I don't know. Oh, settings. The settings are red. I didn't have the settings up. Let's max that. Anything to say, narrator? You're a viscosity fan. Gotcha. I will have it maxed. It's the one setting that my laptop can handle maxed. Legit, this is so warm now. I really hope I don't melt anything.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Good. Everything will be fine. I have my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I could jump, but I'm not going to.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was
everyone,
being videotaped,
find your favourite What's the Battle song?
like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
There's my room over there.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I can sort it for the first bit, but after that, the ads become out of my control.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Okay. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
It does.
high-fived in a really cool way.
Hell yeah!
Bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Oh, Bucket. Do I turn it off? Sure. That's so loud.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed
Yes.
themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
So do I.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Slay.
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Mind electric type.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the
No!
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing
No!
warmth of the bucket. Would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
My
Not while this
bucket!
building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was
How
about
could
to find out.
I have seen this coming? Me, someone who's played this before and consumed all of the content you could find. Exactly. How could we have seen this? I had no idea. My bucket. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Taking me.
Stanley lifted the
bucket
bucket
with-
into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Can I go to the
Stanley
bottom of the
clutched
facility with the bucket?
tightly
Yes,
to
we
his
can.
chest and entered the door on his left.
But after that, I want to go and find my beloved adventure line
Still no one was
with
here.
the bucket.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
Damn
If
it.
I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours.
Yes, we
But
would.
alas, no stickers.
No stickers. Pull up that
Coming to a
Megamind
staircase,
meme.
Stanley and the bucket
it's just
walked
no
upstairs
stickers.
to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Let's go and drop to the bottom of the mind control facility. Oh, no buckets. Exactly. I just needed no buckets meme. If someone makes that and throws it in the Discord server, please. I love the notes meme. Spark. Done.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control
I don't have my
Facility."
phone on me. I can't look at it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Whee!
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully,
Let
he
me
fell
grab my phone
directly
real quick.
onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful
Found it.
for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Of course.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to
Aww.
feel like a home. In fact, after some
I
time,
love this.
Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this.
Aw.
The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail.
Hang on.
All Stanley could think about, all he
Thank
could
you for
talk
the
about
follow.
was going back,
Kiesid?
doing it over again, staying on the
Thank
path.
you. Really does mean a lot.
It was a mistake to leave the path.
We are
It
getting
was a
closer to that
mistake. It was a
follower goal.
mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground.
Oh.
The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on.
Oh.
The two of them waited for a very long time.
Aw. I didn't know there was another ending down there. I knew about the song. We got the song last time. That's kind of depressing, though.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That's
What
it.
could it mean?
I'm jumping out the window.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Don't tell me the balloon's in the way. I just want to go out the window. No! But I can't get up high enough now. Yes! We're going out the window!
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now,
So
and for the
right.
first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels
Yes!
like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm
Sammy
glow of
coming through
inspiration
with the
begins to dim. The
memes.
opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was
I
way
will
too
show
much
it in
for
just a
Stanley.
sec.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is
The
so
law.
stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Zelda games. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sammy came through with the memes. Let's see if it'll show. I'm tilted for some reason. No buckets. He there. No buckets. Let's bring the game back up. No text, no buckets. Is it up on screen? Okay, good. There text, yeah. Sammy made us a no buckets.
All
Thank
of
you,
his coworkers
Sammy.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Fuck the
Perhaps
bucket.
he had simply missed a memo.
I never got the ending. Like, I
When Stanley
did
came to a set
very
of two
little
people,
of
this
this
was not
side.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But
Evil
eager
bucket.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I didn't really I did a lot of that stuff. I didn't really come this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I did drop down onto that. That's a collectible. But I actually didn't use any of the elevator.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
So let's go
I'm
this
not
way.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision
The
by
collectible.
yourself.
I'll have to do another
not
stream
asking
on
for
this
me.
game.
I'm
Because
asking
it's
for her.
this has been going for 2 hours now and I am getting really hungry. So
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in
unplug
another,
the phone.
then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
I'm
Let
very
me
good at
double
that.
check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yep.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue.
Jared, 19.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to..."
No, I'm not practicing. That was... And Jared, I was
Excellent.
stinky.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Okay.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Alright, understood.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. Not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
That's just Game
We
of
just need
Thrones.
to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
They took my ramp away. And the collectible! It was rigged. Guess we go this way. Clipped? What? Clipped?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Oh no.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
I'm gonna have to look
I'm
at the
quite
clip
sure
in a
you'll be
minute.
up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which way am I going?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Continue
Why?
to break
For
reality.
what?
Gotcha.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Again with the forklifts. Yeah, he's just
No, I have
reinforcing the fact
I
that
have
he's
to shut the game down. I
forklift
have to.
certified. I can
I
climb the forklift. Oh. Whoops. Oh shit.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
I'm sorry.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him
Said
to.
he's
He
forklift
understands
certified.
that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Actually, I'm 19.
Oh, my story.
He
If
just
you'd
misses
just gone
his
through the
boyfriend.
door
He
on the left, you would
does.
have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Is it
entered
supposed
the
to do
door
that?
on his left.
Was it supposed to do that?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Am I doing this?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
green.
who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke
The
the
ableist
code.
door. Agreed. Typing it does nothing. Can't say anything.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
It won't let me.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115? Is it gonna do anything? No. It
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh!
walk through the door.
That's why you told me to
Are
do
you
that.
listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Oh.
Anything.
Oh, this is
This is
sad.
more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Okay.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
And
Take as
fries.
much time as you need.
That's so sad. What? Am I really gonna end stream on that note? Yes, I am. Cry every time. Someone added music over that sequence, which makes it even sadder. Cry every time. I cry every time. So let's jump back here. That was fun. I'm definitely gonna have to do another Stanley Parable stream because I need to get the last few endings. So the clip, yeah, I will watch the clip as soon as I finish stream. Thank you for clipping. It's always really funny when people do. But yeah, that was 2.5 hours of Stanley. I would do more, but my laptop literally feels like it's going to melt, and I don't want it to do that, so I'm gonna call it here for today. I'm just gonna check and see if any of my friends are alive. No worries. Cool. I will call it here for today. Fry an egg on it. I would, but I don't like fried egg, so... Yeah, thanks to you two for hanging out. Thank you for Fossa for stopping by and subscribing, you simp. Thank you to Bobby Jasa and Kiesid for the follows. Gotta do that when we meet up. Laptop fried egg. Fried toast. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still looking forward to meeting up with you guys at some point. That'll be so much fun. But yeah. This stream was so much fun. As always, my Discord will be linked below. If you're in VODland, hi VODs! How's it going? Thank you for making it to the end. I will probably be back next week for streams. Simply put, I'm working for the next 3 days, so I'm gonna take those days off. Say hi to YouTube. Oh, there's a petal in chat. Let's see if I have that one. Yes, I will be back next week. Hopefully with more chaos. I have been playing through Bendy and the Ink Machine as well. So if you're more interested in horror games, that's something that I tend to play. I will also eventually play Tears of the Kingdom on stream. I've got everything set up so I can now. Yeah, and if you have any requests, just let me know. I do intend to play Slime Rancher on stream, because I have the Switch version now. So I can actually stream it without it being a worse slideshow than this. But until then, I will see you guys next stream, I guess. We'll wait for the Pokemon to despawn and then I will head out. But yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. It always means a lot when people stop by at stream. And yes, when we hit the follower goal, I will play FNAF 2. I have the Switch version though, so it will be on Switch, not on PC. Yes, thank you so much for dropping by. And thank you again, was it Cusid that was talking about simping? No, it was Bobby Jaser. Thank you for making me laugh with those comments. It was so funny. No one got it? Oh, you're in ad hell. Don't worry. I'm just signing out. So yeah, thank you to our new followers. Thank you for Fossa for subbing like a simp. And thanks to you two for hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll start streaming at this time more often so that you guys can drop by. But until then, until next week, I will see you guys later, I guess. Bye! Bye. Bye.